we dey hear and kepu that the way the value of dollar they skyrocket as against the naira. Say it be like say they go reintroduce subsidy now still kepu fuel subsidy. It be like say they go reintroduce fuel subsidy. We see the year and kepu. But you get one person I want to bring now who will explain everything you need to know about this subsidy and the removal. So when I go understand, because some people till now they never say understand this fuel subsidy remover or waiting before they never understand that. Their owner say, "Hey, fuel is cost, so we cannot buy." They never understand anything. So I won't carry this guy now. Can't give you now. Who am I talking about? The national chairman of APGA. 9 days. I won't carry. I can't give you. So you can just listen very well. You understand what he said about subsidy. And then you understand. When we come back, we will now discuss some more. I give you APGA national chairman. Watch.
I wish there was a way that the masses will not be caught up in this whole mess. I wish it was just the political class that we are suffering or that are suffering from the debilitating effect of this harsh economic condition. I wish, because the problem, what pains me every day is that the masses have been at the receiving end of government recklessness from time immemorial. And it's a very painful one. The prices of goods are skyrocketing and they change by the second, not even by the minute. They change by the second. And then you now try to imagine a diligent civil servant who has a fixed income. How is he going to survive? A diligent lecturer who has tried as much as possible been dedicated to his duty and trying as much as possible to help us build the leaders of tomorrow. They can't even train their children in school, going by the current economic trend in the country. So it's a very sad one, it's a very painful one. And I really wish the president and his team will have to do something urgent, something drastic to get all of us out of this mess. It has been mooted in so many quarters that given the current rate or exchange rate of naira to the dollar, that the present price of petroleum is actually not sustainable. So I really we wish that the president and his economic team will actually come out clean on what the position is. Because the problem is, if actually the government is trying as much as possible to now reintroduce subsidy through the back door, then it means that the government is actually energizing that criminal enterprise. Now, I must say this, and I must be very frank with you. The subsidy regime in itself is not a terrible regime, because we must try as much as possible to draw that difference or that distinction between actually the intendment of the people that introduced the fuel subsidy. What is subsidy? It's an English word, which is what actually any government or any person, tries to pay to bridge the gap or the disparity or the difference between what actually so and so product is obtained in the market and then what you're actually selling to the final consumers. Now, for Nigerians, I said it appears the only meaningful thing previously that citizens of this Nigeria benefit from the government is the subsidy. But the problem is the criminal contraption that now, over the years, engulfed or took over the whole subsidy regime in such a way that close upon people have even postulated that close to 80% of what government was paying as subsidy actually could not be verified and actually ends up in individual pockets. And so it was obvious, of course, at a point, it wasn't even enough for government to even pay from the proceeds of sale of crude oil. We saw a situation in this country where government now had to subsidize petrol from taxes it collects, even from import duties, from VAT, and from so many other revenue heads. And thus, it became clearly unsustainable. So the government had two options. One, for me, was to actually go behind and find out or mask those who have actually benefited from this criminal regime and bring them to book. And not only bring them to book, make them refund everything that this government has expended or the Nigerian government has expended in such fraudulent regime, or to cut it off entirely. And so it will amount to taking Nigerians for a fully ride if the government is actually coming out to profess to us that they have removed fuel subsidy, and then we come to the realization that somehow through the back door that the government has now reintroduced subsidy.
You hear them? You say the only thing that Nigerians enjoy in this country, na subsidy, fuel subsidy in particular. Did you pick that point? You get where they go. He also talk say subsidy is not bad. Now the criminality with the inside the subsidy is bad. Say if government had wanted to solve this issue of criminality inside the subsidy where Nigerians they enjoy as it take touch this fuel subsidy, say there are two approach. Number one, go after the criminals involved in fuel subsidy thieving. You know, those people where they involved. Because you hear inside that video say over 80% of what we spend on subsidy cannot be accounted for. So who chop the money? Now people where they inside the subsidy, now them chop the money. So go after them and recover our money. Then number two, not to scrap the subsidy. But number one are the most viable option. Because government no go tell me say if they won't put head now, look and well, find out who chop subsidy money, they no go know the person. I say if they send me the person before, say you no go refund. Now lie. When I know why they no go with that number one option. Because now them. The people who chop the subsidy money, they big past them. Now they are ogas, they are abalabas, they are political godfathers. Now them chop the money. So going after them will be like a political suicide. So they leave that option to go recover the money. They say now to remove the subsidy totally. And when I hear as that national chairman they talk, so the thing they vex them. Why? Because all of this rubs off on the Nigerian masses, the common people, those people that are in the lower echelon. People where they in the upper echelon, you know, concern them. But those that are in the lower echelon, that have fixed salary, civil servants that have fixed salary, no matter what will be the value of dollar today, their salary no increase, and the same thing. No matter what they sell commodities inside markets, salary no increase, at the same thing. So now those people they pity. Why? All of this is rubbing off on them. What are they hear me? So subsidy is not bad. Anybody that is paying subsidy to be bad is the bad person. That was why Peter Obi said it when he was campaigning. We will go after the criminality in subsidy. You understand? Subsidy na criminality. In fact, na how do they call them? Na syndicates of criminals. Not them. Go after the criminals. Remove all of them. Allow the subsidy to stand. It go benefit the Nigerian people. No country wanted to subsidize for their people. What is subsidy? Commodity way high. Oh, you know, so your people will not go fit afford. Government can't help pay part of the money so that commodity can now be cheaper for the masses to buy. All choir subsidy. Oh, now they hear me. So you are helping your people live a better life. Then all of a sudden, they are now painting subsidy to be bad. The devil is him. Whereas now people where they inside the subsidy where they chopulate, they will tell us say over 80% of what we spend on subsidy it cannot be accounted for. So who they chop up? Go after the criminals and leave the subsidy. You say no. Now, we don't hear people now say, with the rate of the dollar going up and down, so when I want to reintroduce the subsidy again after suffering people. Telling us that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so bringing it back now, have you now taken out the criminals in the subsidy? Bringing back the subsidy era. You will know the criminals that are there eating up the subsidy money. The answer is no. So we are still back to square one. I go say una later.
For centuries, the Ijele has been a revered masquerade in Igboland, a predominant tribe in southern Nigeria. The Ijele is a grand spectacle that commands respect, awe, and celebration. Today, Innocent Vehicles brings you the Ijele in a new form. A majestic, robust, and monolithic pickup truck designed to leave an indelible mark in the annals of automotive history. The Innocent Ijele is equipped with a powerful 3.0 L turbo engine and 4WD to conquer any terrain with ease. Make way for the Innocent Ijele, Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.